Switch the weather when I want, we at the other spot. Me and Brian swapping out our jewels, this another watch. I get all type of bags in, I'm a different hot. Strong sex on a private jet, this a different hot. I'm with the clappers, bro, they changed your life, but he an ex-kidnapper. I ain't tryna go there with you, weird actors or rappers or whatever you call yourself. I got 5 cell phones, tell them, let's call my bluff. Delete on post, I can't show them folks all of this stuff. Tighten up the business, I done killed them, been ballin' enough. Older supposed to motivate you, they holdin', they keep the windows clear so them see the guts, colors. She thinking I'm stubborn, but baby on the catch, I'll catch up with you when I can. Need a camera crew, everything we do, it should be on film. We came through 100 deep, I seen you with your boyfriend. Horse playing, I was in a Rari, I was with a Barbie.
Hey guys, welcome back to Ramblin' Only. And the first guest that I'm gonna have on this week's show is my guy Keith Quick. Keith, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, Keith. I'm doing good as well. How are you guys doing after that dramatic walk-off win Saturday?
We're good. Like I said, Coach Massey has us conditioned, so we're used to playing these long, tough games, and we feel really good. We're ready to get back to it this week.
Yes, sir. I know y'all did some celebrating and partying in the locker room and on the bus ride back, didn't y'all?
Oh yeah, we did. We got to celebrate for a couple hours on the way back. That drive's about 3 hours, so we celebrated about those 3 hours, and once we got back, we realized it's time to get back to business.
Yes, sir. Because we're trying to get a ring, right?
Absolutely, that's the goal. Like I said, Coach Massey does a lot of work with us, and we know what the goal is for the year, and the goal is to win a championship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's talk about Saturday's game because I want to give you and your fellow O-line members your flowers, man. We had 257 rushing yards Saturday on 43 carries. So, Keith, what was clicking and working so well for you and your fellow offensive linemen?
We go to work every week. Coach Christopher Holmes, he works with us and he has us prepared. The coaches had a really good scheme for the week, and we have backs that are ready to run downhill. So we got to be able to open those holes for those guys to be able to run downhill and get us a lot of yards and hopefully some more touchdowns.
Yes, sir. I think y'all need to just have some syrup on the sideline for the way y'all was pancaking people and open up them holes Saturday. Maybe that's something y'all need to get on the sideline.
Oh yeah, we always aim to get some pancakes and like I said, open those holes up. It would be nice to have some syrup every now and then.
I don't know if you've seen it, but you remember on Twitter, it was Jonesboro High School. When their lineman would get a pancake block, their coach would would let them drink syrup. He would,
I didn't see that. That's a high school or that's a
yes, in Georgia, yeah, they would celebrate by giving them syrup. They would drink syrup, the lineman.
That's a lot of sugar. That's a good little sugar rush. Then you get another pancake. You do that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's something y'all can think about doing when y'all open up those holes.
Maybe we'll have to add that to our celebrations.
Yes, sir. Do y'all have a nickname for your offensive line?
Not at the moment. I know in previous years we used to call ourselves FBI. My first year at Winston. So that's Fat Boys Incorporated, or excuse me, Fat Boys Incorporated. That was what it was that first year. So we trying to find something else to do this year, but that was from a couple years back.
A couple years back. All right. And let's talk about our workhorse, Trayvon Hester. He had 143 yards on 28 carries, so he was the bulk of that 257 rushing yards. So talk about Trayvon Hester's big day that he had Saturday.
Trey's a special back. Me and Trey are from the same city. We're both from Greensboro. His coming out party, we played A&T. He came out for us and he got us some good rushes. So we're trying to get him as many carries as we can. And like I said, he's been running downhill at people. That's a big guy. A lot of guys don't
Yes.
want to get hit by that guy. A lot of guys don't want to hit that guy. So, like I said, they say once you run at somebody's face, a lot of times they don't want to tackle no more. So he's able to run hard, and when he runs hard, it gets us excited. It makes us want to block even harder because he's putting his body on the line. So we got to do the same thing.
Yeah, and I think like you said, he's such a physical back, and when you get to the fourth quarter, and he's carried it so much, and those blows start to add up on the defense, and they're a little hesitant to run up there and tackle him after taking them body blows all game.
Absolutely. Even like I said, it opens up for the other backs. You saw, like I said, in the fourth quarter, Noah Marshall. Like I said, Trey had those big runs throughout the game. Noah comes in with some speed. He comes down here. He's able to get long runs like the one that happened this past weekend. So, like I said, being able to beat somebody down over and over and over, those guys do a really good job of that, and we enjoy seeing those guys have those big runs.
Yes, sir. And one thing I love about Saturday's game is Coach Massey. They put every running back that we had on the roster out there, so everybody got a chance to showcase what they could do Saturday. So talk about how
Absolutely.
deep our running back room is, because I think we got about 7 backs we can put out there.
Oh yeah, we like I said, we have about seven. We have some more backs that we could put out there if we needed to. Like I said, we got guys Asa Barnes, Gabriel Lennon. Actually, Asa was top 5 in rushing my first year, and I believe top 10 my second year. So he's another guy that we have that we could use. I'm trying to think. We got any other fast? Got Josh Stafford. He made rookie team my first year. Like so, we got some really good backs out there. So depending on what the game plan calls for, whether it's run downhill or spread it out wide and do what we got to do, we got guys that can answer the call when it's time for the number to be called. So
Yes, sir. And let's talk about your Ram defense, who they really showed out Saturday. On the year, they're only giving up 14 and a half points per game and had that big stop in the fourth quarter that allows y'all to get the ball back with 5 minutes to go, and then y'all pretty much ran out the clock and walked it off at the end. So talk about how impressed you are with our Ram defense so far this year.
I'm more than impressed. Coach Mack has those guys ready to play every week. Like I said, those guys, and they make us tougher. They prepare us in practice to be able to play in these tough games and against good teams. And so going against those guys, it has us prepared every week. Like I said, they work really, really hard in practice. Like I said, Coach Mack works those guys, and I'm very impressed with those guys. They keep us in a lot of games, even if we don't have it. Sometimes we don't got it, and sometimes it's on them to keep us in it. And that's all we ask for. We ask them to give us a chance to, get the ball back, especially in games like Saturday, where we couldn't get it going all the way. And like I said, they gave us the ball back with a chance to win the game. And that's all we can ask for.
Yes, sir. I love that. So what would you like to see your offense improve on slash clean up going into Saturday's game, and hopefully you can incorporate it into Saturday's game against Bowie State?
Every week, I'll say as an offensive line, first and foremost, we want to focus on, hey, let's limit tackle for losses and let's have zero sacks. So we're still in the top half of the conference and least amount of sacks. So we want to continue to keep that going. We got to be able to continue to run the ball, establish the run, because that always open up the pass game. We got a special guy that's back there, number 11. Number 11 is very special. And so, like I said, having a run game opens that game up for, like I said, everything else. So every week we want to establish a run, and then, like I said, we can take the top off the defense as well.
Yes, sir. And you mentioned Dalen Lee, so talk about your sophomore gunslinger, man. Dalen is special. I'm so glad he's our quarterback.
Absolutely. Like I said, we talk about running the ball. He's been running the ball some too. I believe he was not this week, but I know a couple weeks back he was top half in rushing as well. He's able to pull the ball and take off a little bit. He's also a very good field general. Like I said, he keeps us engaged. He always talking to the offensive line, keeping us where we need to go, even in practice. We might not feel too good, but he puts a word in our ear and he leads us where we need to go. I'll follow number 11 wherever he needs me to go. So he's a great guy and he's a great quarterback.
Yes, sir. I love hearing that. And I know Dalen, I had him on the show a couple weeks ago, and he said he started doing that because defenses they would just crash on the running back, so he had to do that to kind of keep them honest, so they couldn't just crash. They had to, be honest about it. That way they weren't just focusing on the running back.
Absolutely. Like I said, that's a key thing. Like I said, we gotta keep defense honest. Like I said, like that running, him being able to pull it, they're gonna crash in on him soon and he can start throwing it deep. So hopefully, like I said, the pass game will open up for us in the next few weeks. but we still want to keep that run game. As an offensive line, it keeps us hungry. We want to go downhill. That's what we work for.
Yes, sir. So I was going to ask you, do you prefer putting your hand in the dirt, or do you prefer pass blocking? Do you have a prep? Do you like one more than the other?
Well, this year, the previous years I played left tackle for us. This year I moved inside to play guard. So playing guard for us, being able to put my hand in the dirt is nicer. Be able to run downhill. Like I said, pass pro is fun, but like I said, it's even better just to run downhill. I mentioned it earlier. Guys don't want to be hit over and over and over again. So you continue to do that. That's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, they don't like getting put in the dirt.
They don't.
So, how can you guys continue this wave of momentum you have built the last 2 weeks? It started at home against Ohio Dominican when we walked it off in overtime, and then we had another dramatic victory last Saturday. So, how can we keep this going Saturday against Bowie State?
Well, you mentioned it started at home. I think it started for us. It really started, Bluefield, but it picked up for us at A&T. Being able to hang with those guys, we put in a lot of work. Coach Massey, us players, all of us, we put in a lot of work. So just keeping the momentum will be just us going to work every day. When we go to practice on Tuesday, let's go be about business. All that stuff that happened previously over the weekend, that's over and done with. It's back to 0-0. We got to go back to work. So, like I said, the momentum thing. We just got to keep doing the right things in practice and stacking days. So if you stack the days and do the right things on the field and off the field, it'll handle itself on Saturday.
Yes, sir. You mentioned it. So how big was that for you guys? As you being a guy from Greensboro, a lot of people they were on Twitter and social media talking crazy, saying they were gonna smack y'all by 30, and it looked like y'all were at Super Bowl because they've been getting smacked around ever since. So, um, talk about what that was like for y'all, and the confidence that gave y'all.
Like I said, being from Greensboro, that's when I signed to go to Winston, and they told me, hey, in your senior year, you get to go play in your hometown against a team that's 30 minutes away that you grew up watching play. I said, oh, let me sign on the dotted line now. We all it's I think 11 of us that are from that area that we all just dreamed of playing in those moments. And like I said, that game was big, but you go back to saying the Super Bowl, where everybody Super Bowl. It's
Yes, sir.
Winston. Everybody want to play Winston. Everybody want to beat Winston. Like I said, those guys, they did celebrate, but we showed them, we want our seat at the table too. Like I said, we work just as hard as y'all, probably harder than y'all, and we want this a little bit more. We just didn't have a chance to finish the game, so it's all right. We got 6 more games and hopefully a seventh one that we can go win.
Yes, sir. And after Saturday's win, you guys are 3-1 for the first time since 2014. And so, what does that mean as a senior who's been through, the seasons where we were 3-6, 4-6? What does this mean to you?
It means a lot. Like I said, you mentioned Coach Massey. Like I said, he gave me an opportunity. He gave a lot of us guys an opportunity. We want to go win for that guy. Like I said, I told him after that. I keep mentioning that antique. I told him, thank you. You gave me a chance when some people didn't give me one. So I
Yes,
want
sir.
I want I want to get him a return on his investment, and I know a lot of the guys do too. So we want to continue to win these games. But I mentioned it earlier. Like I said, that week's over with. It's back to 0-0, and we got to win the next one. We're trying to be 1-0 every day.
Yes, sir. I love that. And we had talked before the show about what this means doing it for Coach Massey, because he's been under a lot of fire from Ram fans. So getting off to this good start, how good does it feel to do this for him?
Coach Mass is a great guy outside of football. So he makes you want to do the things inside of football that make you great. Like I said, Coach Massey, he's as much stuff y'all don't know that he does for us. A
Yes,
lot
sir.
of guys don't know the things he's done, even for me as a player myself. So it's the little things that he's done. He cares about us. He wants us to be great. Like I said, in the off season, when I have my internships and I work, he keeps me. He's there for me. He talks to me, and even though I might not be able to be with the team all the time in the summer, he keeps me engaged, and he allows me to do those things. He knows I have a career after football that I want to start, and so he believes in me, and so I want, like I said, once again, give him a return on his investment.
Yes, sir. I love that. I love that. All right. So what would you say is the biggest key for you guys to extend your winning streak to 3 games and move to 2-0 in conference play for the first time since 2016?
Ooh, 2016. Ooh, I
Yeah.
think I'm in middle school then, but no. Like I said, we continue to establish the run. I know the defense is going to do their part, so I don't got to speak on them very much. And continue to win that third phase. Special teams has been very key for us, especially in that Ohio Dominican game when we couldn't get things continue to go on offense. So, like I said, keeping the special teams game up. Like I said, trying to win two of the three phases, and hopefully win three of the three phases. But try to get those two, whether it's offense, special teams, defense, special teams, or hopefully all three. So continue to run the ball well and protect number 11, and we should be good.
Yes, sir. And I wanted to ask you about that because for the most part, you guys have been able to move the ball up and down the field on teams, but it's finishing those drives. What can you guys do to finish the drives off and make sure we're getting points on the board after every drive?
We just got to push a little harder, like I said, especially up front. We if we get down to the one, we got to believe in ourselves and be able to get that 1 yard. It really needs to be 2, 3 yards. There don't need to be a question about it. So we just got to be able to work a little bit harder. As offensive lineman, go push the sled a little bit more. Do some more drills, get some more steps. So, like I said, work on being in those high pressure situations. When it's down there in the red zone, it's a little bit more condensed. You get some extra bodies in there. So we just got to be able to recognize those looks as a unit and be able to push it in.
Yes, sir. I love that. And I want to give you a heads up. Bowie State on the season, they're allowing 159 yards rushing per game. So I think it's safe to say that you guys are going to have a little fun in the trenches Saturday.
Oh, well, we're excited. Like I said, we saw some things on film last week with Virginia State that allowed us to run the ball. So hopefully, we're able to run the ball pretty well against Bowie. Like I said, we got the. I was informed probably about an hour ago. We had a running back of the week again for Trayvon Hester. So
Yes,
hopefully we can
sir.
keep him, get him another one next week. And if it's not him, have another guy get it from our school. So.
Yes, sir. Keith, I want to ask you, do you think is it something that you guys want to go after, potentially having a 300-yard rushing game as an offense? Is that something you guys want to go after? You were close
Uh,
Saturday.
Yeah, we were close. Like I said, we had a run get called back. I think we might have got it if that run didn't get called back. But
Yes.
we our goal is always to rush for an abundance of yards. We don't ever put a number on it.
Mhm.
But we know what's satisfactory within our room, and like I said, we're trying to keep that number above at least above 100. Keep going and building upon it. Like I said, last week was 250. I think that's the most, or it might have been second most we rushed for since I've been here. It's close. I
Wow.
know we had a year. I think we played St. Aug 1 year and ran for over. I know we ran for over 200, but 300 would be nice one day. I think I haven't had that since high school, so hopefully we can get that going.
Yes. Hopefully one day before the season's over, we can get that on somebody.
Hey, hopefully so.
Yes. All right. So, what would you say are your individual and team goals for the rest of conference play?
As an offensive lineman, we don't really believe in individual anything. It's all
Gotcha.
five. Like I said, I got my center, Darius McDuffie. I got my right tackle, Elijah Gordon. Left guard has been a rotating door. We got a couple guys, Dakota McClendon, Dimitri Fitzgerald, left tackle, Dave. Like I said, it's a unit thing. I would love for all five guys to make all conference. That's what I want. I don't really believe in individual. But as a team, like I said, the end goal is to have a successful season. A successful season means championship. So, like I said, hopefully we can continue to build on all the stuff from last week and clean up the mistakes because there are mistakes. We got to clean up those mistakes, and that should lead us to a championship.
Yes, I really want one so bad. It's been so long, man. I'm dying for another one, man.
We are too. Like I said, you mentioned it earlier. We've been through some tough years, and we know how it feels to be left out the dance. We want to make it to the dance this year.
Yes, sir. So what do you think, to manifest this, what do you think those emotions would be like if you guys do, clinch a spot in the championship game? What do you think those emotions would be like for you?
Uh, you know, um, I went to high school with Justin Fleming. We went to Southeast Guilford. We went to a state championship game. We didn't win, but we went. And that pain of losing doesn't feel too good. So, like I said, going was a great experience, but we wanna win something. I wanna have something tangible to say I accomplished something. I want my name to be along with the guys that are on my team on the wall. Hey, we won something for Winston. I think if we win this year, it'll be number 13.
Yes, 13.
So we wanna be edge in the history books along with those other great teams from Winston State.
Yes, sir. And speaking of Justin Fleming, I want to give other opposing teams some advice. If y'all don't want to listen, that's fine. You can be hard headed, but I'm just trying to save you some trouble.
Uh-huh.
Whenever you see Justin Fleming, do not throw the ball his way. Because Saturday he got his hands on another pick that led to a Kamar Cowell interception. And Justin, he's been involved in a lot of our turnovers this year. So when you see Area 17, stay away because only bad things are going to happen for you. But if you don't want to listen, hey, we'll just keep taking the turnovers. But I was going to try to give some people some advice and save them some trouble. But Justin has been playing his tail off. He's definitely the best safety in the conference. And I was telling him we got to get some home playoff games back in Bowman Gray. It's been a long time.
It is. It has been. It has been.
So, Keith, do you want to continue playing football, or do you want to get into your major, or what's next for you after football?
Every HBCU player wants to make the Legacy Bowl. It'd be nice to make the Legacy Bowl. I don't know if that's in the cards for me, but if the NFL comes calling or something calls me, I would take the opportunity. I mentioned earlier I've done internships, so I'm prepared to go into the workforce if that's if football's not in the cards. Hopefully, if I continue to stay healthy, I can have that opportunity to do something special at the next level. If not, I'm prepared. I'll receive my degree in the spring, and I'll have multiple internships under my belt. So if it comes down to it, I would love to go into my marketing degree that I'll be receiving, and also add on to my photography.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love that. So Keith, I want to wish you good luck this week and good luck with your marketing. Like I mentioned before the show, hopefully you get that internship, and if it's not that one, just keep putting your name out there, and hopefully, somebody give you a chance, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate you having me on. Like I said, I'm happy I was able to shout out my lineman. Like I said, it's never just one guy. We are a unit. So it's all about us as a unit.
Yes, so I'm glad you did that. Because I was telling you before the show, they needed to take y'all for a steak dinner or something the way y'all was opening them holes Saturday. But we'll save that after we get that ring in November.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Take care, Keith.
All right. Have a great evening.
I come from a place where if you die, your brother's shoulder. Sitting in the church, I heard his name say hallelujah. Really thank God that sent me here to pray for all their funerals. Sending out them go get touched, had the coolest. Trapping all his life, working overtime, you know he tired. He can't go to sleep around none of his brothers, you know he slime. Feeling go to the funeral, he faking crime. They gave my nigga 60 years, they won't free him till he 89. Don't leave the city alone, he run back to that field with niggas dying. Street brainwashed, all that money you made, I rob, won't pay no tax. I was with your dad right for the happy, he just was with me. Now he ain't breathing, hoping I see him again.
Alrighty, guys, and now joining Ramley only, I got my guy Noble Joyner joining the show. He's gonna help me talk about this special Ram defense that we have. So, Noble, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Noble, so let's jump right into it. Y'all are playing your tails off on defense. Lights out. Only giving up 14 and a half points per game. So what do you think is working so well for you guys?
I think what's working is that we're playing for each other. Coach Mack always tells us every day, we, us, our. So we just take that, and he also says we all we got. So play for each other, all 11, and that's how we've been rocking and rolling.
Yes, sir, I love that. And one thing that I'm loving about y'all as a defensive unit, you're getting your hands on that ball and creating a lot of turnovers. So was that something that y'all want to key in on going into the season?
Oh yeah, that's a goal of ours. Week in and week out, we try to get 3+. So we've been getting the turnovers. Now we just got to get the plus part. So we got the turnovers, the interceptions, plus touchdowns, scooping scores, things like that. Just we can't be satisfied with just not just the interceptions, not just the forced fumbles. We gotta make it big plays.
Yes, sir. And when y'all played Ohio Dominican, was it somebody's birthday? The way the quarterback was giving y'all birthday gifts, he was,
Hey, hey, we'll take it. We'll take everything we can. Stingy.
yeah, he was just giving y'all gifts, give out the gift.
Charity,
But
man.
yeah, that was the like you mentioned, that was the only game y'all had three in. So we just need to work on that. Once we get one, let's get some more.
Yeah.
Performance Saturday. you guys held Virginia State to 15 points. Are you satisfied with how you guys played, or is there something you want you guys to clean up this week?
Uh, I'm gonna say we're not satisfied because,
Okay.
like I just said, we're not satisfied with just holding them to. I think the score is 15-14. So I think just
Yeah.
holding them to 14
14, yes.
is not
14.
it's not good enough. So if we can reduce that and just lock in on what we have to do, we'll be all right. So it's more work to be done now. You can't never be satisfied with just not complacent, none of that.
Yes, sir. And I was telling Keith Quick, I was trying to give opposing teams some advice. I don't know if they'll listen, but if you see Justin Fleming in the area, do not throw, go the other way. But if you don't
Yeah,
want to listen,
that's a
if you don't
bad
want
man.
if you don't want to listen, he's gonna pick it or he's gonna get his hands on it, and somebody else is gonna pick it like Saturday when Kamar Cowell got the interception.
You
So
seen that?
yeah, that
Come
was
on.
that,
Them some
uh,
bad boys right there.
yes, sir. I think those are gonna be two of the leading candidates for defensive player of the year.
If I could vote, they got mine. I know
Yes,
that.
sir. Kamar Cowell, he was everywhere Saturday, and Justin Fleming was everywhere Saturday. So
That's
I
what
know
they
some bad
do.
boys.
Some household names, man. That's what they do.
Yes, sir. And let's talk about it. You guys had a big stop with about 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter that gave your offense the ball back, and they pretty much drained the clock out and walked it off. And Berto, who was our CIAA kicker of the week,
Yeah.
congratulations, Berto. He hit the game-winning field goal. So let's talk about that, Noble, how big that was for you in the defense.
Really, it was huge, because our backs are against the wall, and that's what we want. Like, as a defense, we want the game to be on us. We don't mind that. So we'll live with it. Got the offense the ball back and drove the ball down the field, drained the clock. Like you said, Gilberto, money man,
Yes, sir.
then gamed it for us.
Yeah, Money Berto.
Money Berto, we'll roll with that.
And yes, and compared to last year when you guys were in this situation a lot and y'all couldn't make those stops, how good did this feel?
Feel good. It felt good just knowing, like I said, it helps when we're all playing for each other and everybody has the one common goal, which is obviously the championship at the end of the season. But in order to get there, then we all just have to do what we do our job, get all 11 hats to the ball, and just it feels good, man.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about this Ram offense because they were just snow plowing people Saturday.
Yeah,
257 rushing yards. How impressed were you with what they did Saturday?
I was very impressed. Well, let me not say very impressed because our offense does that. Like we have the weapons on offense to do that, and we got a stable of running backs, as we all know if we watch the game. But it really the O line is carrying the way. You got Keith, you got Dave Bonnet from Pembroke, Duff. You got a whole bunch of guys, Dakota, Elijah Gordon, who's a young one, but he's coming up. And then, like I said, you complement that with a stable of backs. How can you not rush for that much?
Yes,
That's
sir.
how I see it.
I have to ask you, have you ever tried to tackle Trayvon Hester in practice? And if you have, what is that like?
The Mac truck.
Yeah.
It's a Mac truck. Yes, sir.
Yes, like Keith was mentioning, defenses they kind of scared to tackle him after a while because that don't feel good. Him
Oh yeah.
barreling into
He gets
you.
stronger as the game going. You know what
Yeah,
they say. That's just how he is.
yes, Beast Mode 2.0.
Yeah, look, we coining a lot of nicknames tonight. I like
Yes.
it.
Um, so after Saturday's win, you guys are 3-1 for the first time since 2014. As a senior who's been through the seasons where we were 3-6, 4-6, how good does this feel to get off to this good start?
It feels good. It feels good. I don't think we've done it since we've been here, like the senior class has been here. Like you said. So it feels good just knowing that we're having a little bit of success right now, but we gotta stay even keel and worry about the next game so we can get to that end goal. And then we all can just take that deep breath and just relax. And but until then we can't take the foot off the gas. We gotta keep going.
Not satisfied till we get that ring in November.
There you go. There you go.
Uh, and I was asking Keith this because you're one of the seniors as well. How good does it feel to do this for Coach Massey? He's been under a lot of heat from Ram fans because of the 3-6 and the 4-6 season. So, how good does it feel to do it for your coach, Coach Massey?
Feels great, man. Like just seeing him not stress as much, like we can win and he smiled just like we smiling. So granted, the win only lasts for 24 hours, that we got to get back to work. But just to see him smile and have a deep breath for that little bit, that's good with us. So we're just gonna keep trying to do that.
Yes, sir. And going into Saturday's game, is there anything that you guys, want to clean up or improve on as you get ready for Bowie State?
Really, just keeping the energy, keeping all 11 hats to the ball. Everybody do our job, one job, do your 111, and just hoop. Basically, that's really the only thing. Keep the energy up, keep balling.
Yes, sir. One thing I love about our defense is y'all swarm to the ball. I mean,
Oh
y'all be flying to that ball. That's what I love about y'all.
yeah, pursuit drill, man.
Yes, sir. Now Saturday, I will tell you, Bowie State, they're going to try to take the air out of the ball. They're going to be scared to death of Dalen Lee, so they're going to try to keep him on the sideline. I don't know if you know this, but last Saturday against Living Room or Livingstone, whichever one you call them, they had 50 carries for 234 yards. So how are you guys going to limit this ground attack that they have?
Like I just said, man, staying true to ourselves. We know how we play. We know we can get stingy. We can get all 11 hats to the ball, then we're good. That's all it is. You contain, everybody does their job, get to the ball, fly. We'll be all right.
Yes, sir. And would you say stopping the run is more about attitude and not letting another man push you against your will? That pretty much what it's mostly about?
It's about one, two, yeah.
Yeah, want to. Yeah, how
One,
bad you
two.
want it.
There you go.
So what would you say are your individual and team goals for the rest of conference play? I know you alluded to getting a ring. I know that's a big thing as a team goal. So what are some other goals you have?
Truthfully, man, I've been playing football since I was 6. So I've done everything. Well, not everything, but I done played a lot of games, a lot of football, and haven't won a ring. So really, that's my individual goal as well. So that's really it. Get to the last game of the season and win it. Getting there just not just enough. So we want to get there and win it. So once we do that, all my goals are checked off.
Yes, sir. And if we win Saturday, we have a chance to go 2-0 in conference play for the
Ain't no
first
if.
time.
Don't say if.
I mean,
Let's
win,
put it in the
win,
air.
win,
Let's put it
win,
in the
win,
air.
win. I'm a manifest it. When we
There you
win,
go.
because we don't lose at home. We don't lose at home. Um,
Protect the house, man.
when we go 2-0 Saturday, we'll be 2-0 in conference play for the first time since 2016, which was also the last time we won a conference championship. So maybe there'll be
Yeah.
some good vibes for the rest of the season. Get that 2-0, and that sets us up for the rest of the season, maybe
Hope
potentially.
hopefully it'll come full circle, man.
Yes, sir. And I was asking Keith, because you guys have been through a lot during your time here at Winston State. So what would it mean to you to get to that championship game, and then when we get there, we're not gonna come up short and we're gonna win it. So what would that mean to you?
I mean everything. I mean the world. It'll be like a deep breath after a long time coming. Just like it signifies that you did it. You're done, and you go out on top with a ring.
Yes, sir. I can't wait for that. I was telling him it's been a long time coming. Uh, we need to get that championship, and then hopefully we can get some home playoff games after that. That'd be so
Hey,
nice.
you telling me? I'm with you on that.
So I want to ask you, Noble, because I know you're cold with that a camera and with the photography. I want to give you your flowers for that. You're really cold with that camera.
I
But
appreciate that, man.
no problem. Do you want to keep playing football after this year, or do you want to try to do something with photography since you're so good at it?
Football, keep playing football wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind it. But if an opportunity were to open up behind the camera, I would definitely engage that and interact with that as well, just to see what it's talking about. Um, but I've done a media day with the Carolina Panthers, so I feel like that'll be cool too. And just trying to keep doing things to keep my foot in the door and network. So when the time comes for me to lock in and get the actual job, then I'll land somewhere.
Yes. So what was that like? I know that was a pretty dope, cool experience getting to do media day with them.
Yeah, it really was. So it was a 2 day thing. Went up there from Georgia to Charlotte, and it was pretty cool. The first day was really like just a setup, setting up the look, the vibes that everybody saw, and then the second day was the actual production day. So getting the hype videos and the pictures, the still shots, action shots, things of that nature. So it was really just cool working with their whole media staff, their production crew, setup and all.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad you got an opportunity like that, and hopefully more opportunities open up for you like that. Because, like I said, you're cold blooded with that camera in your head, man.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So no more. I want to say good luck Saturday. I know you guys are gonna handle business. Shut the door on Bowie State like y'all been doing to everybody else, and I know y'all gonna get that win Saturday. So good luck, man, and thank you for joining the show.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Run my M's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. I ain't arguing on no internet, I'm not whack 100. Miami no shirt just to show off the tats on my stomach. The old and broken, out of shape and sick make me vomit. It's been 18 years later and my stock still ain't plummet. Had to bet on myself and made some